Hello, everybody. Welcome to an impromptu unboxing video here on my channel. I'm joined by Mr. Big Will himself. How you doing, sir?
I am doing good. How you doing, John?
Yeah, it's a busy weekend, 3-day weekend, but I've been sort of piling up boxes here. I've been abnormal for myself. I usually get a box and I open the box. I don't wait, and I've been sort of stockpiling things and trying to find ways to open them in enjoyable ways. The other day I had Just a Rican on, and he had an A-OK from Bake the Snake, and so it was kind of like we got to mess around with it. I got this package today. I already took it out of the envelope, but it's from you. And you said if it's possible, you could join me for an unboxing. So here we are. Is there any preface you want to give to this?
No. Other than it's your own fault, you got
it. My own fault. Well,
yeah, you'll know if you don't remember, you'll remember when you open it.
Okay. All right, we got JP is in here waiting patiently. Chris Barrett is obviously one of the first guys in the room every time. D-Runk, hello, brother. Perry Comics is here. Awesome to have you guys hanging out with us. Let me see if I got, where did I put my knife? Over here. Did you see what I got? This is this morning. JP, this is stupid.
Yeah, me and JP had a talk about that.
Did you?
Yeah, you'll hear more in a minute.
I'm sorry, I won't. I'll keep going. All right, here we go. Oh, we got Gemini. Oh, I see here something. All right, I got a trade. Should I open that? Should I hold that one up first?
Sure.
All right, I got Space Ghost, the ghost with the most. This, I want to say, is you and I have been talking about, because as Alec and I have been looking at old Comic Book Day book club, going and reviewing some older books that maybe got missed. You've been talking about Space Ghost with us a bunch.
Yeah, that contains the whole run, which is a mini series. It's just 1 through 6. And the back has the original covers, so you'll see what the covers were. And because you're the reader, I gave
Alex
you the
Ross covers, right?
Yeah, they're all Alex Ross.
I remember you talking about these Alex Ross covers because you got a bunch of them slabbed already, right?
Well, they will be.
Yeah.
Yeah, my favorite.
That is gorgeous.
The 5th cover. It's the all white one.
Is that this one?
Yeah,
right there?
That one right there. That's just pure beauty to me.
I will say I remember the cartoon when I was a kid, and then I remember as a, I don't know, high school, college age kid, the Space Ghost Coast to Coast, like where he had a talk show. Very entertaining.
Yeah. But anyway, I gave
my memory.
I gave you the trade because you're more of the reader, and Alec also got issues 1 through 6. I gave him the actual issues because he's the artist of the two of you. So, but you both have it to read.
Well, we're gonna have to get you on the show and talk about it then.
Well, hopefully, you know my work schedule. So
yeah. But if nothing else, we'll check it out. So then I've got, looks like a book here in the bubble wrap. Is that what I should be doing next year? Is that?
Yep. It's the only other thing. So yeah.
Oh, it's got a message here on the back. It says, I gave Alex Space Ghost 1 through 6 as well, and don't worry, I have multiples of this comic. Okay, there's a book here. I got a backing board. Okay, so should I just hold this one? Okay, Caleb is in the chat. Thank you for coming by, brother. Okay, are we ready? I don't know. I should be asking if I'm ready. We got another. Ready? Here we go. Hey, we got a theme going here. This was literally the book that Alec and I were reading and just discussing just Wednesday night.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
I was already going to send you Space Ghost, and I remembered you said in the show that you didn't have it. So I was like, well, I'm going to send it.
Dude,
but then JP sent you something this morning.
That is
I was
awesome.
worried that because he likes Teen Titans, he was going to have it for you because you had mentioned you didn't have it. So when you pulled out the 44, I was like, "Whew." So as soon as your stream ended, JP and I got to DMing on Instagram. I'm like, dude, you freaked out when he was bidding on it. I freaked out when you sent the package and he was opening it.
This is amazing. I have 3 issues of this Wolfman run. They're all from different members of this community now. I got you, I got Jason, and I have Carlito, who gave me the Deathstroke cover. That's amazing, guys. Oh my gosh. I'm going to cover up the flash and give Robin his prime location there. Dang it. I don't need to even go hunting anymore. You guys are killing me with this.
Well, like I said, it's your own fault. You talked it up, and then's like, well, I don't actually have it. And I'm like, well, okay, then I'll have to fix it.
Yeah. I will say I've now finished the first full trade of the Wolfman run, and it's great. And I'm excited to get to the Judas contract because everybody tells me that's the storyline that it's all sort of building towards. Have you read much of the run, all the run?
You know what's funny is I you know how we talked that one time about how that's my big long-term investment speculation is the Titans?
Yeah.
I haven't read a single issue.
But you can tell it's a hot property.
Well, yeah. I mean, I just have eyes and I look and see what's going on around me. But I mean, I've watched the movies and I've seen other stuff too. I mean, I know the stories. We all know the stories, but I haven't actually sit down and read a single of the issues.
That's hysterical. JP says I have more New Teen Titans than he does now. I only have 3. But it's the big 3, the 3. Unbelievable.
Well, JP, if you need some more, man, let me know because you saw the stack I had for Matt. Everything here is New Teen Titans.
Wow.
And that's half of what I have.
I want to say I saw that there were at least 8 volumes in the trades at my LCS. How many? Do you know how many issues it ran with the Wolfman Perez partnership?
Well, it's kind of weird. It was the New Teen Titans. Then it changed to Tales of the Titans, like your 44 is there.
Yeah.
And then they cut it off at some point in like 1981 or 82 and then brought it back again with Perez and Wolfman as the New Teen Titans. So there's like the 1980 version and I think 1982 version. And both of them go for like, gosh, I think it's 50 or more issues each.
Wow. That's an amazing amount. I mean, I was impressed by how many issues were in the runs. And again, my LCS now, they're fully stocked with signed Wolfman trades. Like every trade they have of this run is Wolfman signed all of them. Every time they go to a con and he's there, he just signs them all.
So you got to read then issue number 8, A Day in the Life?
Yes.
That book is the one that George Perez says is what made him fall in love with them and the reason he stayed on that issue.
Wow. Well, I can see it. I mean, you can really see the way they set up a lot of character relationships and storyline. I mean, I can almost see the design behind getting to the new costume for Dick Grayson. Like in issue 1, you could see like we're moving him away from being and Robin, right? We're going to move him towards his own person. There's definitely a long game that they were doing as creators. Aggressively relaxing. What's that?
So that's pretty much all for what I gave you. You said you had more.
Unbelievable. I say aggressively relaxing is saying that every day he hears stories about how these people, the things people are doing in this community. It's unbelievable. Kachung and Ed D. This is crazy. Well, you're a crazy man, and you've given an insane amount to my family. It's unbelievable.
Just remember, it's for the girls too. It's not always just stuff for you. You're not that special.
King Johnfrey only goes so far. Okay. So I don't know if you know Tacoma Comics.
I do. I met him recently in an auction that Caleb started, and I have bought something from him, but That's about it. But he seems like a good guy.
He's a very nice guy, and he's a fellow teacher, and I have bought books from him in other auctions in the past. I always feel like our taste is very similar, so I know that if he's selling it and I haven't read it and I've heard of it, that it's probably something I should go after. And so he sent me I bought some books from him, and I think he threw in a couple items that he was trying to clear out. So it's a little extra something from him. He and I have a big love for Die, the Stephanie Hans story, and I was on his channel talking about it about a month ago. And he has every single cover several times over, and he is often selling and auctioning off different books from the set to get the more rare variants, things like that. So he was auctioning off some of those, and that's kind of what I got here. Let's see. He says, I see you already. He already stole one of my Frizen. Yeah, the Frizen covers are up. I've got another one right there. They make perfect decoration. And the girls will get to read them. Don't fret. They will definitely read them. I don't just keep on. I say, hey, John, I brought blue tape for school for a project, so all you get is packing tape. That's a teacher. There are no home and school art supplies. There are just supplies.
Very true. My mom was a teacher.
Oh, yeah? What grade did she teach?
She taught 9 through 12 special ed, and then the last couple of years just regular history, world history.
Good for her. We need more special ed teachers in the world. Absolutely. All right, here we go. Let's see what we got here. Why aren't there more teams in comics anymore? Says Chris Barrett. Like, why aren't there more duos? Like, oh, you're saying artist-writer teams, like Perez Wolfman. That's an interesting
one I can think of is Snyder and Capullo.
Right? That's the exact one I thought of.
That's because I think that's the only one left.
Let me think about that. That is a great question, Chris. I would imagine it's because it's hard to work on the same project with the same people for any length because there's always other projects that you go off to work on. It's not I think especially when it comes to writers will be writing several different comics all at once. You look at how many Kate's is doing and stuff.
Yeah. And they also have other options now, like the independent with Image and other stuff. And they are Marvel and DC, a lot of them too. So they don't just stick to one place.
Definitely. Yeah, I'm trying to think of other ones. I mean, I know Frank Miller and David Mazzucchelli have worked together a bunch, but they're not really consistent. They did a Daredevil run and a Batman run. I'm trying to think of who else. That's a phenomenal question.
Yeah, everyone I'm thinking of just did a couple of things together, and that's it. Like Brian Azzarello and Lee Bermejo, but that's only like two things there. So.
Mm-hmm. Oh, these look beautiful. Okay, if I can just separate them. Here we go. So, yep, this is a whole die set here. Get some of the tape off there. I got another copy of issue 1. I have a bunch of this cover. It is absolutely one of my favorites. Stephanie Hans is amazing, and I would love the chance to actually meet her at a con.
And that's supposed to be an actual folded out die as the right.
Yeah, exactly. This red sort of shape here is a 20-sided die, filleted open, as it were, and it's used in every one of the covers somewhere like that. So this is a more rare cover one, like I think a store exclusive issue 1, and you can see the shape a little more clearly, all the triangles that make the sides of the die.
I apparently need to start reading that.
The trade drops here soon. Stephanie Hans just showed on her Instagram a bunch of the different trades and special editions that will be available for those first, I think it's 6 issues, or maybe it's 5 issues.
I'm more of a trade guy on the reading, so I'll be looking for that one.
Yeah, it's the perfect way to dive in, and I want to say they're on a hiatus for a little while, so it's not like they're making new issues right now, anyways. Sorry, there's a little bit of tape stuck on this, and then I asked if he had any issue 3s, and he had an extra one. This is the only issue that I only have one copy of, so now I have 2 at least of this issue as well. But yeah, again, the sliced.
Yeah, it looks like the red is normal, and then it's like negative for everything else.
Right?
That looks awesome.
Yeah, she does some really cool color work, or at least the design work, in that the colors can shift inside and out, like even right here in the shoulder and the inside. You can get those fun color warping sort of happening. Let's see. JP says it comes back in August again. He's looking for a copy of number 1. Are you meaning the cover A? JP, is that what you're talking about? Cover A? I think it's the one that
is cover A going 25 to 30.
I think it's at least 25 most times. The only reason I was willing to pay 25-ish this time was because I was getting this incentive, or this retailer exclusive number 1, and I'm getting an issue 3 that I needed as well. He kind of gave me a deal so I can get all 3. JP says he has cover B. Sure. I think I have 1 of cover B, but I have more cover A's overall. So if you want to trade for something at some point, just let me know. I'm happy to make a trade. All the iconic works have been done by duos, says Chris. The only other duo he can think of is Spencer and Bennett. I don't know that I know Spencer and Bennett.
But I do know he's right. I mean, think about it. Everything that was created by Marvel was either Lee and Ditko or Lee and Kirby. That was awesome.
Or yeah.
Perez and Wolfman, Adams and O'Neill, Joe Simon, Jack Kirby for that, Siegel and Schuster. He's right.
I was trying to think, who would you say was Claremont's guy then?
Well, that's easy. John Byrne.
You think it was John Byrne? Because I mean, he worked with so many people. You talk about
he was on
almost 300 issues.
Years. He probably worked with everybody, but
yeah, that's the trick, right?
But
it's got to be one of the early guys.
The one that really helped make it special, I think, would be John Byrne.
No, I totally would agree. That's a good point. Claremont and Byrne, says Chris. Marjorie Liu and Sana Takeda on Monstrous. Oh, Caleb is Monstrous crazy. It's every Monstrous. I've never read a single issue, so I can't back that up.
I haven't either.
Have you read Monstrous?
No. I focus mainly on the big 2 and do a few independent things, and that's about it.
Sure. All right, let me move some of this out of the way. Okay, I'm going to do one more. Let's see here. I got to open Justin's. So I am a big fan of Comic Talks on Instagram. He's a really, really friendly guy named Justin, and Justin runs regular auctions in the late evenings of my time, but almost midnight sometimes, East Coast, where he's just running through books and selling books. He's got a lot of hustle. He works really hard, and his books are really, really reasonable. And you get great deals on books you might really want. So I've bought from him several times. If you guys have heard of Comic Talks, he's a really, really nice guy. And this I got from him not too long ago. All right, here we go. Got the Blue Painters tape going. Cobra Comics is in here. Old Wolf is in here. How you doing, man? All right, let's get this out of the way.
Oh, I just noticed that's a dead man icon. I like you, Old Wolf.
Yeah. Old Wolf's a class act, man. If you guys don't know Big Will, I have included the link to his channel, and you should check out his shows. He's usually got, 2 live streams every weekend?
No, usually just 1. Sometimes I might do 2.
The big show, right, is the main show every weekend?
Yeah, that's done with Jeffrey Comic-Con Henson.
So check out his channel, and again, the link is right there, but he's also talking in the chat, so you can click on his name and get over to his channel. He just passed, just 200 recently, right?
Yeah, I'm at 207 now.
Congratulations.
Yeah, thank you.
All right, let's see here. Got a little stack here from Justin. All right, let's see what we got here. This is the one I wanted. This is the sixth print for Edge of Spider-Verse #2 with Gwen Stacy as Spider-Gwen. So this is one of the like fun later prints with lower print runs, but with her on the cover looking all cool. I don't know the artist of this one. It's a Comic Bug is the company doing it. I love this cover. Really cool.
Man, I should have got on that Gwen Stacy train when all those things first started coming out, because I would be okay now, you know.
Right. Oh, Batvenger, good to see you. I agree. I've been slowly trying to go. I got early enough. I think it was like a little over a year ago. I got 2 of the first prints of her first appearance, but little by little, I've been grabbing some of the other ones. I think they're going to continue to be valuable, and I think it'd be good trading material at some point. So this is a 4th print, the purple cover of that issue. This is the original cover, but they've just redone it with different coloring.
Now, which printing is the money one? Is that just the first print?
It's blue. Yeah, blue is the main one. But there is, I want to say, a variant cover, like a store exclusive from that first print that is a really, really valuable one. If somebody knows it, they can throw that out. Chris Barrett says, Shooter and Starlin. That's a good one. Jim Shooter.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then Moore and Boland. I don't know Moore and Boland. So I got both of those.
I know, but I can't think of it.
I got both of those in his auction, and then he was, as the bidding went up, he put this one in. It's a Punisher War Journal cover. Beautiful lady cover. Dominoes on there.
Hello.
Yep. Good looking ladies. Sorry, I'm in focus, not the good looking ladies. Come on. Put the good looking ladies.
Come on.
Yeah, camera's not working with me. You get my face instead. There you go. So this is from the Matt Fraction run with Rick Remender, it looks like. Punisher War Journal issue 26. So that one got to go in there. Let's see here. Alan Moore. Oh, Alan Moore. Oh, Alan Moore. Yeah. Okay, there you go. Let's see what else. Oh yeah, I forgot. This was another Gwen Stacy one in there. This is the orange, the 5th printing with the orange cover.
Oh, that one went to 5th. That's rare.
This one is a 6th. So
it went all the way to 6th printing. Good night.
It is crazy. Yeah. So there's a 4. I got printing 4, 5, and 6.
I know Immortal Hulk, the #2, is now about to do the 5th printing. I got 2 of those ordered, so that one's getting up there.
And speaking of later printings, there's this. I can't remember what printing it was for the Miles Morales' first appearance. This was a later printing for that one, where they've put his face on the cover. Awesome. And then lastly, I don't know this one, but it's one of the Robbie Reyes. It's a really cool Robbie Reyes Ghost Rider cover.
I'm going to be unpopular, but I just don't like Robbie Reyes. I prefer my Blaze, and if I can't have him, I'll go with Catch.
Johnny Storm is your, or what's it? Not Johnny. What's his name? Johnny Blaze, right?
Yeah.
So I've never read a single Robbie Reyes, so I don't know anything about it. This is one of the ones he threw in for me, an extra copy of a book he threw in. This is issue 3.
Well, I haven't read him either. I'm just talking about his design and the car instead of the motorcycle.
Yeah, I know a lot of people were bummed by the getting rid of the motorcycle and going with the car instead. I don't mind his costume too much. I think that's pretty cool. I don't know about the helmet thing, but I like the black jacket with the white marking on it.
Yeah, that's similar to Johnny Blaze, but the skull is the main thing I'm having the problem with.
As Chris says, what about issues 1, 2, and 3? I think that's the third. Oh, people are telling me my printing numbers are wrong. Oh, maybe they're talking about this one right here, the Ultimate Fallout 4. I think I have a copy of this I found a while back. But there were a lot of printings for that Spider-Verse Gwen Stacy, and I just thought it'd be fun. And his prices were really low, and not many people were bidding on it. And I thought, you know what, I can just snag them up and not spend very much. And like I said, Comic Talks has great deals. They're really, 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 really reasonable on his auctions. And I want to say he just did one last night, or he's doing one tonight, something like that. I usually just, if I'm on Instagram, his little warnings will pop up, and I'll just jump into that chat. And if nothing else, it's a good spot to hang out and see a lot of the comic community in there. The concept of Robbie Reyes is cool, but not as cool as Ghost Rider. You could even argue that was it the original Ghost Rider, where it was actually like a ghost horse? Wasn't that the original?
Well, actually, he was a Western, and he wore full white and had a white horse. But I don't think they were actually like from hell or anything. But I do like how they made him an actual Ghost Rider, like we're familiar with when the horrible movie came out. That was an awesome scene though in the movie.
For sure. Chris says he's only read the first appearance of Robbie, and it was good but not awesome. And then Cobra Comics says muscle cars are cool. Just saying.
I will agree to that.
Oh man!
But there's only so much coolness you can translate from real life into a page, and a muscle car doesn't do it well.
This is true. So, hey, thanks everybody for coming by. I wasn't expecting to do a whole other stream today, but it's hard to resist an awesome AOK from a guy like Big Will. I appreciate those of you that could come by and hang out for a little bit for this. Big Will, this is so awesome. It's funny that my world is now Teen Titans. It's like everything is Teen Titans in my world right now. Like, we decided to do that show on Wednesday night, and I've been working my way through that trade. Carlitos had sent me that other one, and it's crazy. It's absolutely amazing. This is too perfect.
DC Comics Presents number 26, I believe. You need that one now.
That's the one. That's the one. You're right. You put me on the track now. Somebody says Carter Slade was possessed by a Native American spirit. Ooh. I'm assuming that was was that the Ghost Rider on the horse?
Yes, I believe that was.
All right. So somebody's asked about the Comic Core tonight. I am uncertain about what's going on the Comic Core tonight, but I do know Mr. Discovery Bay dropped his list. You could always check on there to see what's going on tonight, unless Will knows.
I don't know for sure, but someone had said or asked, and I overlooked it, but is there an auction with Comic Core tonight? I don't know, but I do know Thoro Kuburo is doing an auction right now that they started recently, but it'll probably go like 3-4 hours. So you're still good to go if you want to go there.
You're right. He's got a comic auction going on right now. Thoro Kuburo is doing it right now. That's fantastic. So if you want to jump over there and check him out, if nothing else, you might see his cute baby daughter popping in to say a little hi or something. Thanks everybody for coming by. Thank you to Big Will. I'm going to post this on Instagram for, first issue something or other. I'll have to figure out a way to make my Teen Titans Tuesday or something. Thanks, everybody.